His name... His name is Alvin Flang. His name is Alvin Flang. His name is Alvin Flang.
It's a movie about a dog.
Hello, welcome back to Good Bad or Bad Bad, the 58th episode. The show where we watch terrible movies. Tell you, you should too. 58 episodes. I'm your host, Mr. Brian Chilgo. Always the other one, Kyle Henton. Today's episode, a very special episode about a film that I didn't know existed until very recently. This is the year of the fan recommendations, which we have again. I've all been recommendations at least once. This one, a handful of people recommended. I think I most recently got a Facebook message about it. Clicked on it, started watching it, and went, oh my.
Where is everybody? Where are the ladies at? No girls, no fun, man. No girls, no fun.
Oh my. Kyle, this film, Love on a Leash, is, in my opinion,
Not a movie.
a masterpiece.
You have better intuition about people than I do.
No duh.
Wish you could talk to me.
I broke your favorite glasses.
In my opinion, this film is a fucking masterpiece. There's so many things about this and how this came together that are so fascinating to me, because there are so many things that are very apparent about the making of this film to me. So it's directed by a woman, Fien Tang. It says it at the beginning of the movie. It says Glory and Victory Productions and a Fien Tang, I don't know how to pronounce it, movie or whatever.
All I remember watching this film was scrolling over the timeline bar and seeing when it was going to end.
And it goes so much longer than you think. I watched it last night. Me and my girlfriend watched it last night, and we're like 20 minutes in, and she's like, how long is this? And I was like, an hour and a half, and she's like, what? So this movie is a classic, a tale as old as time. Boy turns into dog. Dog loves girl. Girl loves dog. Dog turns into guy.
First off, guy was not turned into dog.
Yes, he was.
Guy was reincarnated as dog.
Reincarnated?
Yes.
Oh.
He was a womanizer, I guess, in a former life.
Yeah.
And so he was cursed as a dog.
In my past life, I was punished for being a cheating playboy. I was cursed to live as a dog.
Okay, well that was a problem I had. I was so confused about, because at the beginning of the movie, we're introduced to the dog. He's just like hounding after that pussy, man. He just wants a girl, and I'm like, wait, okay, so why is this dog really interested in fucking a human woman?
Where is everybody? Where are the ladies at? No girls, no fun, man. No girls, no fun.
But then at some point, I thought, like, okay, so is it a dog that wants to become a human? But then eventually it does clarify that, because he says I was cursed. I thought it was he got turned into a dog in his current, kind of like the Beauty and the Beast, like the Beast, like he got turned into a dog as a curse. But you're saying he got reincarnated as a dog.
I'm pretty sure that's how it happened, because whenever at the end, especially when they go on that route.
Oh, yeah, because they get like brought back to young age at the. All right, let's get into this movie. But holy shit, so many things.
A solid minute and a half of dead silence.
Where is everybody?
Okay, so here's the thing. So this movie is available, like the actual movie is available on Amazon Prime, which is where I watch, or where I was gonna watch it. But then I found out it's also on YouTube. Somebody ripped it and put it on YouTube or something. So I ended up watching it on YouTube because it was just easier. And so eventually, like halfway through the movie, it got to a point where, well, one, when there was no sound, I was worried my speakers were messed up. So I'm like checking my speaker cables and stuff for like the first minute. There's no sound, and then I was like, after like halfway through the movie, I'm like, oh, I wonder if the YouTube rip, whoever put it on YouTube, cut all the music out for like copyright reasons, and like maybe there's music in the act. So then I went to Amazon and watched the actual version. No, no, there's no music. Especially because the end of the film, like the fucking climax, like with the wedding, I was like, there has to be like music here, like emotional, happy music.
No,
It's just silence. It's just fucking silence.
Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg.
Oh, so yeah. So then we're introduced to this dog running around in a park. And this is where the voiceover kicks in, which is absolutely the best part of this movie.
And by the way, that's not silence as in movie silence.
No.
That's nothing.
No, yes. There's anything.
No tone or anything.
Tone. Yeah, well, you say room tone. There's no park tone. There's no park gnats. There's hardly ever any, and I call them gnats. That's what, I don't know if that's the right film term, but in TV.
Ambience, I think it is.
Yeah, ambience, yeah, ambient, whatever. There's no ambient noise. At all in this movie. Like anytime there's just silence and then voiceovers.
Girls, where are you? Girls, where are you?
And then occasionally silence and then recorded lines from people talking in the scene.
Hey, you.
She is sexy.
Hey, boy. Check out The Last Virgin in America.
Cocktails, woo.
But like and then occasionally there's some sound effects of like, like a phone or whatever.
Come on, baby. Look how cute and helpless I am.
So initially it just jumps right in, and this dog, the voiceover, this is my new goal in life, is to find the actor who did this voiceover.
I'm a dog driving in a car. I'm going to her house. We're gonna go far. Yeah. What? No elevator?
Because so this voiceover that is the dog character makes no sense and does not remotely fit with the theme or what's going on in the film. And he's mean as shit.
Ugh, I'm exhausted.
We should call the wambulance.
Like it's just savage at everybody all the time. He has some of the best one-liner insults, and he just constantly makes fun of his love interest.
Maybe you should wear more green.
Go away.
The dog is the whole thing is he becomes the love interest of this girl in the film, and constantly whenever he's in dog form, he just shits all over. Like he just makes fun of her and her house and how everything is green.
Now, for the record, there is a lot to make fun of.
Oh no, it makes total sense except for the fact that he's supposed to love her and like they're in a relationship.
Yes.
But he just is so fucking mean to her.
What are you looking at?
Not much.
And what I think happened was they shot this movie. And then she went, the director writer lady went to get somebody to do the voiceover for the dog and found some voice actor. And then let him record it, but didn't listen to what he was saying or pay attention to anything he said. And this dude just riffed like he was doing improv. 100% like is just doing improv to whatever is happening in the movie. Like he sings crazy random songs.
Running down the street away from my troubles. Gotta get out of this place. Gotta find a way to get away from this place, 'cause I'm a dog.
He makes fun of people. He like makes fun of the movie. Like It is so crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's so weird. So he opens up and he goes, where are the ladies at? It's a dog just saying, where are the ladies at? And then I love he drops my life motto, no girls, no fun.
No girls, no fun, man. No girls, no fun.
So it's just everything about the delivery of that is incredible. So then we're introduced to the two friends at the park, Paula and Lisa.
Oh, Lisa. Check out those guys over there. They're hot. I'm gonna go talk to them. No, not while I'm here. Oh, come on, Lisa.
So he talks to a magic pond. The dog talks to a magic pond in the park that has dry ice in it. And it tells him to get a woman to love him or to fall in love, and then he can be a human again, I think.
Find a girl.
Girl?
If she only loves you, you may have a chance.
Find a girl? That's my specialty.
Right?
Yeah, I think. This is what happens when your narrative. It's not like Neil Breen level.
No.
But it's like Neil Breen level was. It makes sense in Neil Breen's head. This was. I took some acid and then started writing.
I think this lady just wanted to fuck a dog.
The opinion expressed in this review that the director of the film Love on a Leash wanted to fuck a dog is not a factual claim and was, in fact, a joke. Good Bad Media LLC does not make any factual claims about the sexual desires of said director.
So we're introduced to these two characters. They're talking, and they have some great banter about virginity, and her friend Paula is...
Lisa, what are you waiting for? Virginity is so yesterday.
Bingo!
If I can't find a real man, I would rather die a virgin.
Oh, she is the one.
Everything about this film. So another interesting thing is what this movie does have is an aesthetic, which and a very clear visual choice. I don't understand it, but so our main character Lisa only wears green.
Yes.
Her whole house is green.
Yes. It's like something out of like a 60s home, like the Home of Tomorrow type thing.
Yeah. I was like, how is any house this green? Like all the walls are green, all the furniture's green. She drives a green Volkswagen Bug. All of her clothes are green. And again, the dog roasts her about this constantly throughout the film.
You're still here?
Why is everything in here green?
She's all green. Her friend Paula is pink.
Yes.
Always pink. All of her outfit, she has pink streamers tied into her hair.
Yes.
I don't know what that is. It looks like it's like you're going to a rave in the 90s. Like that's what it looks like. And then her mom is beige. Her mom only wears like gray
it's like
beige.
everybody is color coded.
Yeah, they are. And then her Eastern European friend is orange/red and drives an orange car with orange flowers painted on it. So there's that, and there's like really weird, like, but there never means anything. Like it doesn't. There's no narrative or a thematic element to the colors. It's just these people always wear these colors.
I think the director might be a crazy person.
I made it. Rita, you should have come earlier because I'm getting ready to close.
But I was busy.
They're in the park. Lisa prays for a man, and I love this. She's praying.
God, please help me find a real man.
And the dog's sitting next to her, and he goes,
You don't need a god. I'm right here.
I'm right here.
For the record, audience, just go up to a random woman and say that.
You don't need a god. I'm right here. She's yours now, by law, I think. And then so she takes the dog home. I don't even know why. She just finds a dog in the park with a collar on and just takes it home. Like, this is mine now. And gives it a bath. And while bathing it, the dog is just moaning. The voiceover is just moaning in ecstasy.
You're clean. Now you can go.
Which is delightful. So then we cut to her work. The dog leaves. It doesn't matter. And we cut to her work, and we're introduced to a few characters.
Okay. This might just be something in L.A. because that's where this was shot, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Can you sustain a livable income as a
retail associate?
Yeah, exactly.
I would think not, because it looks like, she has a pretty big, relatively big apartment, condo or whatever. Like, it's not like a one-room studio or anything. And as far as we know, all she does is work as, a retail associate, like a boutique store.
Who apparently has no taste in clothes either.
Who has the worst taste. Holy shit. She is the worst dressed person always in this film. And nothing fits her. It's all green and drab. It's real bad. We're introduced to this character who's trying on the dress who can't fit, but it actually looks like it does fit. It does. Which is great. But she's stretching in, and they add a voiceover fart sound when she gets the dress. It's so weird.
No, it's because I'm sweaty. You see?
But so she wants to buy this dress. This woman wants to buy this dress, and our character Lisa goes, "I can't sell you that because it's too tight."
Put my old dress in a bag. I want to wear this to lunch with my husband.
Miss, I'm sorry. This dress is too tight for you. I can't sell it to you.
Two things. One, that is incredibly rude to a customer. Secondly, that is very anti-commerce.
Yeah, what do you mean? Of course you can. You can 100% sell her something that kind of doesn't fit.
Even if it was malicious, you would do it.
Yeah.
There's no reason not to.
Yeah, and again, I can't stress enough, it does fit her.
What? Manager!
And two, who cares if it doesn't? Just fucking sell her the clothes. And then so the woman's like, what are you talking about? You're selling me this like a normal person. And she calls over a manager. But also, okay, so we're also introduced to Kyle.
Oh, Kyle, you're here.
Lisa, the store looks great. It also looks better than my others, thanks to you.
The guy who I think owns this store, he says this is his best store. It seems like he owns several clothing stores or something, especially because later when we get to that whole thing with him, so he owns the store and is standing right behind her. And then this lady gets mad at Lisa and calls for a manager, and the manager walks over and is like, no, you can buy that, Lisa. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, how can that be? That dress looks stunning on you. Here, let me help you.
Thank you.
And what great taste you have, too.
And then the owner walks over and is like, Lisa, I like how you handled it.
I like your way better. Lisa.
And I'm like, well, then why didn't you step in? Well, yeah, he shouldn't like how she handled it. You're the owner. You want her to sell clothing. I would be like, you just sell them whatever the fuck they want. But also, he's the owner. If he didn't want his manager to handle something that way, why wouldn't he do something about it? It's so fucking stupid.
Do you have plans for tonight?
So we're introduced to Kyle, the owner of the store, and the manager, whichever his name is. I know they're both relevant.
Brian, it's what we call delegating. It means you don't have to work.
But he is. He's doing inventory with a clipboard. It doesn't make any sense. So then we cut to back home, and the dog shows up on the porch with a bleeding paw and the voiceover goes, I cut myself shaving.
I cut myself shaving.
So fucking stupid. So she bandages up the dog.
Not easy to be a homeless dog, is it?
I do own a home in Switzerland.
Here's the other thing. All of his voiceover is screamed into a mic from 3 inches away, and the levels peak constantly.
Yes. Hey, you bit my best friend.
She was playing with my face.
Get out. Come back until I tell you.
I screwed up. I gotta do anything I can to get back inside her heart-shaped box.
And so she's getting dressed, and he's like, why don't you wear more green? It's just so fucking mean. It's amazing. And then so she goes on a date. Kyle asked her out. The store owner guy, the old guy, asked her. And he's way older than her. She's probably mid-20s. He looks like he's early 40s. Yeah, mid-40s. So they go out on a date, and the dog's very jealous of it because the dog wants to fuck this human person.
Did she bring you Because Kyle's coming.
So then this is where we're introduced to the dog's name. I don't know the context of this, but it's my favorite thing ever. I don't even know when this happened, but he's talking. There's just a voiceover, and the dog voice just says, "My name is Alvin Flang."
Poor dog. We gotta give you a name.
I already have a name.
How about we call you Rover?
I already have a name. My name is Alvin Flang.
Well, okay, maybe something's a little more class.
Like Alvin Flang.
What?
Who? All right, but then that is abandoned. So she names the dog Prince. And I love when she names him Prince. He's like, "You mean like the artist formerly known as?" Yuck, yuck. Like, again, the guy is just improving, like riffing on the lines in the movie, whoever did this voiceover.
You are particular. Why don't we call you Prince? That's what I'll do. I'm gonna call you Prince.
You mean like the artist formerly known as?
But so she names him Prince, and then even calls him Prince when he becomes a human.
Yes.
Lisa, don't ask. I didn't jump through hoops for it, okay?
Prince, tell the truth.
Even though his name is Alvin Flang.
And he even refers to himself as Prince.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, so wait, did he forget that his name is Alvin Flang?
My name is Alvin Flang.
Well,
now, he didn't, because it comes back in a big way at the end of the film. But we'll get to that. Just the best scene in movie history at that party, in my opinion, has the two greatest moments in this film or any film.
Dad, Prince just became a dog.
At some point, they walk by a dress store and he sees a dress and he says, "You should buy that one. It's green."
Right. This is because she found out this dog's not colorblind for some reason.
Yeah.
Come on, Prince, do it.
Hey, this one's also tacky. This should do it.
Because at some point they're like in a store and they're like, there's a sale.
This is amazing.
What is this scene?
This is amazing. So he's going through and helping her pick out clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
And then once he does, everybody applauds because this dog's able to pick out clothes. And a talent agent approaches her.
Miss, pardon me, miss. I'm a talent agent, and I think your dog's amazing.
Yeah, what the fuck?
This is the kind of dumb shit that can only happen in LA.
That's a totally dumb shit that can only happen in this movie. That doesn't make any sense.
All right. I'll put it this way. I've only ever seen it happen in movies that are set
in LA. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
I've never seen that happen anywhere else in a movie.
But the thing, it's just a dog just picks up an article of clothing. And I guess the idea is that it somehow color coordinates with her outfit or something. But yeah, a talent agent comes up and is like, "That's the most talented dog I've ever seen."
Your dog could make a lot of money. I think come on.
My secretary will be in touch.
Feels like he just picked up a piece of clothing, but okay. And also, I love during that scene, the store owner comes over, and the sale on the clothes is... The way they do the sale is he just dumps a pile of clothes on the floor, and it's like, these are all on sale.
Huge sale, $3, $2, huge sale.
That was fun.
And the dog's going through him, and he kicks the dog?
Why did you kick my dog?
Hypnosis ruining my clothes.
He's helping me pick out clothes.
Yeah, right. You really know how to lie.
Yes.
The store owner kicks the dog?
He was like, how dare you get my clothes and my sales all dirty? It's like, you threw it on the floor.
It's the pile of clothes on the... What the fuck is happening?
Prince, help me find a skirt to go with this.
If you ruin anything, you will be paying for it.
Come on, Prince, do it.
Hey, this one's also tacky.
My notes are nonsense. And then there's a line...
To go with the movie.
Yeah, there's a line where the dog says, "I need a donkey Prozac."
What do you think?
Oh, I need donkey Prozac.
There's a story that is set up that her mom really wants her to get married.
You should date 4 or 5 guys at the same time.
And I love the way they introduce this. And I guess I get it, but it's also very silly. Where when they shoot her mom, so her mom calls her on the phone, and the shot of her mom is a dark silhouette of her mom in a chair on the phone, like you would shoot a villain in a movie. And now I get that actually probably is on purpose, because her mom does sort of play like a foil to her and is always hounding her about getting married, and so she probably does kind of see her mom as a villain in this narrative to some extent. So like I guess it works, but it's the only thing shot in any way it's the only thing where they do anything visually interesting other than make everybody dress the same color, and it's just this one shot of her mom like silhouetted hard light against the background. I'm like, what the fuck is this? All right. Then there's this other guy with the date. We have to talk about this. The mom, the guy she dates whose mom is there.
Yes.
I'll have a roll also.
Yes, Mother.
Frank, you may have exactly double what I have.
Okay, Mother.
Lisa, how much do you weigh?
Okay, so she's on a date with a guy and his mother.
Mom.
And
is this their first date?
Yes.
Did this guy bring his mom on their first date? I think so.
And the entire purpose of this is that his mother is unbelievably controlling.
Yes.
To the point where she's like, he's going to be like, what was it, a congressman or something?
No, not he. Oh my God. So there's the whole thing, and there's the restaurant, and I'm like, wait, he brought his mom. But then they go home and they're having tea, and there's this whole conversation. And so he says his mom. First off, he says his mom is a gynecologist and has a PhD in nutrition.
My mother was a gynecologist, and she has a PhD in nutrition.
Which I'm like, those don't necessarily go together, but sure.
Yes.
Like, I don't know why you would have those two things, but sure. And then so like she talks about how she's super controlling of everything she eats and everything he eats, and like exact calorie counts of anyways. And so she said, so apparently this guy already has a child.
My grandson is only 10 years old, and we're very anxious to find a stepmother for him. I've heard that you love children.
From a previous relationship.
All right.
And that child is going to grow up to be the president of the United States of America.
And to be certain that he grows up to become president of the United States.
That's what his mom says. And so, because she has been feeding this child scientifically and has exactly mapped out this whole child's future.
This child has been raised using the latest scientific technology in nutrition, education, and psychology. He has an IQ of 170.
Check out the big brain on Brad. You're a smart motherfucker, that's right.
We never see this child, never in the movie. They couldn't find a child actor, I guess. But since this guy has a kid already, and that kid is going to be the president of the United States, Lisa has to get her tubes tied.
We must ask a specific request to any prospective stepmother. She cannot have any children of her own.
Before they get married.
Furthermore, in order for her to not become pregnant, she must agree to have her tubes tied before the marriage.
So that she doesn't get pregnant and have a kid that could compete with the future president of the United States.
This is insane.
It's the weirdest fucking, like, it is the weirdest subplot.
That is serial killer shit.
It is straight up nutty. I was like, is that really what this scene, like, who even comes up with this?
And also, okay, generally speaking, you have multiple children for two reasons. One is to maintain Earth's population to some degree, and the other reason is you hedge your bets.
Well, especially back in the day when a lot of them would die.
Like my grandfather was one of about 10.
Yeah.
Because
back then, well, and also a lot of times on farms you need fucking people to work the fields or whatever. Like,
and somebody's gonna get like run over by a plow or something.
Yeah. But no. But see, with her, this child is she has this child on, like, she says like his nutrition and like his education, like it's all, she like controls every facet of this child's life and is grooming him to be the perfect person so that he can grow up and be president of the United States. And she can't have another child fucking that shit up. So no kids for you. You're tying your tubes.
It's a very simple procedure. I've done it for thousands of women.
And then we never see them again.
Insane.
I mean, good for her. She'd like, I'm out of this shit.
Later.
And we never see those people again.
Bye, Felicia.
I'm sorry I misjudged you, you poor thing. You have better intuition about people than I do.
No duh.
And then, so she is dating two guys. She's dating Kyle and that guy. And then, so I guess the idea is she breaks up with that guy, or we never see him again. This movie loses track of every storyline.
He's probably put in like a stasis cocoon by his mother.
Yeah. So then we cut to the Kyle storyline. The store, I think his name's Kyle. Is the storyline about the store owner guy. And he's coming to visit her apartment. They have a phone call, and he's like, "I've never seen your place." And so this is very interesting. So Kyle, the store owner, is Chinese, I believe, Chinese American. And she calls Paula and goes, "Hey, he's coming over. Kyle's coming over to my apartment, but I need your help to make it look better, I guess."
What are we gonna do with this place?
Or something. So Paula shows up.
Can you make it look less green?
Yeah. I was like, maybe not have everything be green. So Paula shows up with, I love this, a picture and a trash bag. And Lisa goes, "What do you got in the bag?" And she's like,
Paula, what is that? Stuff.
And sets it on the couch, and we never see what was in there. But I was like, she murdered a person. That is body parts in that bag. So the thing she brought, I love the thing she brought to make this apartment more appealing to Kyle, a Chinese American, is the weirdest picture I've ever seen. And you don't ever really see it fully, but you see it in the background during their conversation. It is a painting of a cat sitting across from a tiny Chinese girl.
Thank you. This is a great picture.
I was like, I love that the friend was like, "He's Chinese, right? I got this weird painting of a little Chinese baby I can put on in your apartment."
This is a great picture.
It's so fucking weird. It's so weird. Everything about this movie is so weird. It's so weird. I love it so much. I love it so much. So then Kyle gets there, and they have the best. I love this. This is.
I'm still stuck back for a second.
I'll let you. I'm gonna take a sip of water. You reboot on that. Tiny Chinese baby and cat. So now Kyle feels right at home because there's a Chinese baby on the wall. Like, what the fuck?
This is a great picture.
Oh boy.
Here's the thing. The Kyle guy is actually not a terrible actor. Like, not terrible.
Please. Please. You don't know how hard it is to find the right person.
And most of the people in this aren't very good, but he's not terrible. So they have this huge heart-to-heart conversation where he proposes to her.
You know, I adore you. You're so sweet, pure, honest. Will you marry me?
And he goes, when we get married, you can fuck whoever you want, though.
No, don't get me wrong. It would be a name only.
Name only?
After we're married, you'll still be free. You can date anyone you want.
And she's like, "What?" And he goes, "Because I'm not attracted to you."
I mean, you can sleep with anyone you like. No, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm not physically attracted to you.
I was like, "Holy shit!" But then he goes, "Because I'm not attracted to any women, I'm gay."
No, God, I'm sorry. What I mean is, I'm not attracted to any woman.
So he's gay, and he has a very traditional family, and they want him to have a kid, and he's like, "They would disown me if I didn't have a wife and a child, so we're gonna get married, and we're gonna have a kid." And he talks through the whole process of artificial insemination.
Don't worry, I won't touch you. We'll go to a hospital. We'll have artificial insemination.
But this whole thing, I don't know if you noticed this. This whole scene is one shot.
Yes,
it's
I did notice that.
It 4 minute or 5 minute scene that is one. These actors, that guy in particular memorized like a 5-minute monologue for this terrible movie. Like he memorized, and he's like he poured his heart and soul into the scene. It's not great, but it's not. I mean, he does okay.
Please. I'm asking you to save my life.
And I can't believe he memorized like
that
6
was
pages
something
worth.
that was something that I saw for the 2 reasons. One, it's one complete take, and 2 is like, holy shit, this dude's nailing it.
They would disown me if I didn't get married and have a son. They would never speak to me again. Please understand.
Yeah, but I'm like, it's so disappointing. How disappointing would you be for that guy to do that scene? And then he got done. He probably felt like $1 million after that. He was like, fucking crush that scene. And then he goes and he's at the premiere and he was watching this movie and he's like,
oh no.
Thank you. Lisa. Will you marry me?
King of the castle! King of the castle that's also a dog and lives in a house that is green.
I put all that work in for this.
Lisa. You know, I adore you.
Oh, the drunk manager stumbles in because she doesn't lock her front door or shut her front door. It's just a random scene where the drunk manager comes in. He comes in and he's like, we should be together, blah, blah, blah. And then the dog saves the day. Dog comes in.
By nuzzling him.
She's mine!
Yeah.
Because they make it sound like he's like barking, growling, and snarling.
The dog's just like,
no, he's just like,
yeah. But he goes back off. She's mine. And then this is so great. This is again where the voiceover does not remotely match what's happening in the film, and apparently director just did not realize or give a shit because Lisa was just basically sexually assaulted by this guy. He was going to like try to rape her, and the dog stops him and he runs off. And then she is dealing with this, sobbing on the couch, and the dog is singing a song about how he's king of the castle.
Now I'm the king of the castle. King of the castle! King of the castle that's also a dog and lives in a house that is green. What is that about? King of the castle that's also a dog and lives in a house that is green. What is that about?
She tries to kill herself. That happens. She takes a bunch of pills.
She takes a bunch of Mentos.
Yeah, they're 100% Mentos. They're like giant white. Yeah. So she tries to kill herself. She ODs, and the dog again. The voiceover is great. He goes, "Oh no! If she ODs, I'm screwed."
If she OD'd, I'm screwed.
Doesn't give a shit about her. It's just if she ODs, he can't turn into a human again.
Right.
So he lays down in front of a car. And I love again. The dog, in this moment, she has OD'd. He goes to save her. He lays down in the street to get a car to stop, and then he's going to lead him back to the thing or whatever. As he's laying down, the voiceover goes,
"What am I doing? I'm risking my life for green pants."
I can't believe I'm risking my life to save green pants. Like he fucking hates her. Like he doesn't. It's so ridiculous. And then he sings a song about being a homeless dog.
Living on the street is hard, and also it hurts my feet. 'Cause I'm a dog, and it hurts my feet when it's hot outside, 'cause I'm a dog.
And then, so she gets home from the hospital, something, it doesn't matter, like, she's home, she didn't OD, and then this is where he turns into a human for the first time, where they go to the park, and they set up lawn sprinklers, because you can see the rain going up, and going
yes! It's amazing.
It's moving in an arc.
I saw that and I was like, that is not rain.
It's amazing. Oh shit, it's incredible. And then so he turns into a human, and I love when he does it, the dog voiceover goes, shebang!
I'm gonna stay with you. Only you. We'll live together forever.
Shebang!
And this guy, this is the human. This guy, for one, is ripped. His traps are out of control. His traps come up to like here on his fucking neck. So he said he was cursed and turned into a dog because he was a womanizer. He was a cheater in his previous life, and not whatever. He was reincarnated as a dog or whatever.
Prince. It's Prince. Lisa, it's okay.
And then literally immediately is like, you should marry me. And like, you're a dog 5 seconds ago, but okay.
Not only that, you're an asshole.
I could be a man. I could be your husband. Lisa, don't you want to be my wife?
But she agrees. She goes, God, thanks for answering my prayers. Yes, I'll be your husband.
God, thanks for answering my prayer. Yes.
Oh, and then they have the most uncomfortable romantic scene I've ever seen.
That was... You know, for the record, she was like, you get one take.
Yeah. This was the thing. I'm like, I can't tell if it's supposed to be the character that's uncomfortable or it's the actress that's uncomfortable. And I am really upset about this. But like, yeah, it is. It's not great. Nope. It randomly cuts back to the pond, the magic pond, and again, this pond is just a puddle of water that the director threw dry ice in, and then plays like shitty sparkle effects over, and then it talks and bubbles. It's crazy.
I'm still a dog.
You're just using her now. Until you learn true love, you can only be a man at night.
So the magic pool tells him that at night he becomes a human, or not just at night, or if clouds cover the sun.
Yes.
Listen to me, please. When the sun goes down or is hidden by clouds, I'm a man.
Now, here's a couple things. That would dictate to you that he is only a dog if he is
in the sunlight.
Indirect sunlight.
Yeah.
Why would he be a dog indoors?
But I agree, but I think the idea is somehow, and it doesn't make any sense, that literally the sun, if it's covered by because it would make sense if it's covered by clouds. So if he's not in sunlight, he should be a human. That's not what it is. It's that literally for some reason, if there are clouds, like clouds are magic, and if there are clouds in front of the sun, he's a human. But I'm like, what if it's like a cloudy day where they're going in and out? Does he just turn back and forth between a dog and a human?
I want that to be the title of the caption underneath. Clouds are magic.
Clouds are magic. They are. It's so weird. Then she's working or something, and she comes home, and she's really sad that he's a dog, and then she's watching the sunset. I love that, and she's wearing the worst outfit ever. It's like all like olive green and drab and doesn't fit her. But she's standing in the window watching the sunset, and right as the sun sets, he just pops up behind her like a fucking vampire.
What the hell?
It's the creepiest thing. It looks like he's about to fucking murder her. And then, so she makes breakfast one morning, and why does her table a child's table? Why is it a child's playset table? She sits down to eat.
Why is her chair like a freaking green glove hand chair?
She has a hand chair. But she sits down to eat breakfast. It's literally like a child's tea set table. She sits on a stool that's like 6 inches off the ground and eats at it's so weird.
She's quirky.
Yeah, I guess that's the idea.
Why aren't you eating? You want dog food.
We get a montage, but again, there's no music in this film. I also wonder if what happened was they edited the movie and then all of the silence was where it was supposed to be scored, and then it never got scored because the money ran out or something, and so it's just silence because there's a montage, and always classic montage music, no music, it's just silence.
Here's the thing, I'm pretty sure it was out of laziness because there's like shit in public domain and stuff like that.
Well, sorry, when I say ran out of money, I mean to continue editing or to even go back
to even
go back and put music in. Then she puts a collar on him while he's a human, and they have lots of very strange pictures where she's wearing a wedding veil and he's wearing a collar, and they're taking pictures. It's so then this is where it cuts, and this is 100% filming got delayed because right around this mark, the whole first part of this movie, the main actress has like long, like shoulder length hair, and at this moment, without any discussion, her hair is now short.
Yes.
And it's just like, oh, so they stopped filming for a while, and she got a haircut, and then they just kept filming.
What could I get special for you? What's wrong? Are you sick?
Back off.
There's the subplot with the talent agent where so the lady from the beginning in the dress apparently is a dog food company owner, and so she goes to a talent agency to get a dog for her dog food commercial and doesn't like any of the dogs, and then the talent agent from earlier is like, I have the perfect dog.
Okay. There's one. He's fantastic. He's terrific. You'll love him. He even knows how to match clothes.
Some random one I saw in a shop once. And then he finds the dog. The dog's just there.
Yes.
It's just is across the street.
Chair. You're just wasting my time.
There he is.
Hold my calls.
Yeah, it shows up in his office.
Yeah.
And I love my favorite thing. He's like, watch this. Pick up the red phone.
Pick up the red telephone.
And the dog picks up a red phone. And then he's like, pick up the indigo phone. And I'm like,
pick up the indigo telephone.
Who says indigo?
Why also for a dog food commercial do you need a dog that can see colors and pick up different colored things? We never go back to the dog food commercial. It's completely abandoned.
Yeah.
There's never. It's just.
It was just here's money thrown in your face.
Yeah, but then so we abandoned the dog food commercial, which is what she was doing, which is why they got that dog. But then we see a weird thing where he's a dog actor in a ninja movie TV show.
Hey, turn it off.
What?
Yeah.
What is that?
But then he buys her that dress.
Darling! It's the dress we saw in the window!
Yeah, he buys the dress in the beginning that he said he would rather kill himself than buy.
Hey, that one's green.
I can't afford it. Unless you're buying.
I'd rather kill myself.
Is what he says in the beginning of the movie. Yeah. So then she's watching TV. She gets really upset that the dog is doing TV.
Commercials, TV shows. That's all I can do. Besides, it's excellent pay.
Hey, I just gave her all my money. Now what?
She gets really mad at him. She sees him on TV in this ninja show.
Yeah.
And she's like really mad. And he's like, I'm like, why are you upset?
Another crazy question. Who's getting paid?
The dog.
How?
He says just give the dog money. Like he on the phone at one point, he calls the talent agent and goes, the dog will be there. Like he's talking about himself. He goes, the dog will be there at this point. Just give the money to the dog.
Tomorrow at 9, he'll be waiting for you in front of your office. After the commercial shoot, please pay in cash. And just give it to the dog. Thank you.
Cool. How do they hold like monetary records and stuff? Like
you think that's really what they're worried? That dog just takes the money and then they don't.
All right.
There's no
somebody's social security number has to be used at some point.
Nope. It's all under the table. They're just paying. They literally. I assume what goes on is the dog shoots the commercial and then they just stick a wad of money in its mouth and it runs away. Like I don't know. Like I guess that's what's going on in this.
Hey, don't spend it all on green clothing.
Is this where the money from the dress came from?
Hell yeah.
I don't know. I follow the simple rules of filmmaking: never work with animals or children.
I love too when she finds out that, or she sees the show with the ninjas. The voiceover, the dog says this, or the guy says this. I don't even know. He goes,
"It's time for you to know.
Where are you going?
I fight crime with ninjas."
And then her Eastern European friend shows up and kidnaps her to take her to lunch with her mom.
Yeah, and so they can go to a dancing thing.
And they go to a Mexican restaurant and they pay a bunch of guys to dance with Lisa.
So insane.
Come on, dance with me. No, she had the most fun with me.
Stop! Wait! What? She said she'd pay you to dance with me?
During their dinner too, so there's like randomly creative choices. Like I said, the silhouette thing, the whole color palette thing during dinner. Again, I feel like the director was like, this will be interesting. They all eat synchronized.
Yes. What?
For no real reason.
Love on a leash. It doesn't mean anything.
No, it means anything. So he can't get a marriage. He can't get a marriage license.
Lisa, is there any place to get a marriage license at night?
That wouldn't help.
But why not?
Prince, you don't have any ID.
And this makes the dog very depressed. Prince gets very depressed. And what does he need when he gets depressed, Kyle? He needs Kung Pao chicken.
I gave it my best shot. Hey, it's not my fault. They won't give a dog a marriage license. I am so depressed right now. I need some Kung Pao chicken. I gotta get me some Kung Pao, man. What is this? I gotta get me some Kung Pao, man.
Here's a fun fact.
Fun not guaranteed.
That I found out while watching this movie. So I looked up this actor and this actress because I was like, who are these people? Have they done anything else?
Nope, they're now real estate agents.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah. But they haven't. She had been in a few things. The actress had been in like an episode of CSI and like 2 episodes of Gilmore Girls as like bit parts or whatever. Mm-hmm. But she'd done like one project after this, and that's it. And it was like a short film. So fun story. Her name's Jaina something, and the guy's name is like Almi something. They got married in real life. The year this movie came out. This movie may have been how they met. Because according to Wikipedia, they are married to each other, and they got married in 2011, which is the year this film came out, which means this movie filmed for like 3 years probably. Mm-hmm. And so they probably met during the filming of this movie and fell in love. So Love on a Leash accomplished one thing. It brought together 2 people.
That's at least one thing. Yeah.
There's a random scene where she talks to some Asian kids in a park and tells them they're cute and asks the mom what the secret to having cute children is, and the woman whispers a secret in her ear.
Exciting sex.
Today, a Chinese woman told me a secret. She said exciting sex will produce excellent kids.
That's what it is. That's actually what it is.
I know.
I was like, what? She goes, the secret to having exceptional children is exciting sex. So her and Prince start fucking in a car because she wants a baby. But Prince is like, whoa, we can't have a baby. They might come out as puppies because I'm a dog person man thing.
You can't have a kid.
Oh, why not? You can't be a full-time husband. At least you could give me a wonderful boy like you.
No.
Oh, also, did you notice she has a heart-shaped bed?
Yes. That's very weird.
A brown fur upholstered heart-shaped bed.
It's so fucking weird.
What the fuck? Everything about this movie makes no sense. So here's what Katie came up with a way better ending for this movie than what actually ends. She goes, what would be an interesting ending, and what they should do, because it would make sense for the narrative, is that, so she wants to have kids, and in order for him to become a human again, he has to prove that he loves her, basically, and that she loves him. So what would make sense, would be a good ending, is that he leaves. He sacrifices his time with her so that she can find a man and have kids that she wants desperately. And that act of leaving shows that he loves her. And then he becomes a human and they get to live happily ever after. That's a great ending. That's not how it ends. How it ends is he gets hit by a car.
Yes. And
something.
Also, she can't swim. That was another thing.
Oh, no, we have to talk about the scene. This is the best scene there's ever. We have to talk about the scene. Oh my God. This is the best scene in the history of movies ever. And it has the single best line that I've ever heard in a movie.
Right,
I laughed.
Who are they?
She has a new job because, by the way, she got fired when her boss sexually harassed her. She got fired because she yelled at him. Okay. And then, even though the owner is her friend and would be like, no, fuck that guy, and would fire, it doesn't matter. So she got a new job, I guess, and she's going to lunch with this place, and she wants Prince to come because she wants to make a good impression, because she wants a promotion with whoever this new job is. I think she still works in a store, it looks like. It doesn't matter. So she goes to lunch with these people, and she's like, look, you can come, even though it's during the day. It's cloudy.
It's cloudy. If Rena's predicted tomorrow, you can come to my boss's party with me.
It's going to be cloudy tomorrow, so you can come. And this is the first time this has been a thing that has happened where it's been cloudy. It is LA, so I guess that makes sense. But so he goes to lunch. This is my favorite. Everything about this scene is incredible.
Now everyone can meet my wonderful, sweet, handsome husband.
He goes to lunch, and they're having a nice lunch, and it's very strange. At one point, they're having it's like two kids and the owner and his wife. And at one point, she says that Alvin must come from a very educated family, and I don't know what that's about. It's very strange.
I didn't know that your husband was so handsome. Isn't he handsome, darling?
Yes, he is handsome and well-mannered. He must come from an educated family.
They have very weird, stilted lunch conversations. But then, something happens. I don't even know how this all comes about. Do you remember how it comes about where she ends up in a pool?
It's something like the sun's coming out.
Well, the sun's coming out.
He's trying to get out of there.
Oh yeah, because he's talking to the sun at a table.
Yeah.
And then the son of the owner or whatever, and then the son comes out and he turns into a dog in front of this guy under the table, and the kid's like, "Dad, this guy just turned into a dog."
Dad, Prince just became a dog.
And he says that. He goes, "The guy just turned into a dog," and. No joke, it's incredible. The voiceover, the guy just yells, "Big deal, I'm Alvin Flang!"
Dad, Prince just became a dog. Big deal, I'm Alvin Flang.
Big deal, I'm Alvin Flang might be my favorite line. But it's only trumped by a line that happens 30 seconds in this movie. But anytime ever in life, anytime anybody ever questions anything I'm doing for the rest of my life, I'm just going to yell, "Big deal, I'm Alvin Flang" at them.
Brian, what are you doing with your life?
Big deal, I'm Alvin Flang. Speeding down the highway, the cops pull me over. "Sir, do you know how fast you were going?" "Big deal, I'm Alvin Flang."
But she has having a conundrum because she's now screwed in the eyes of her boss. She is nope, not getting this promotion now. And somehow stumbles into the pool.
Falls into the pool.
And she can't swim.
She can't swim. So, luckily, Prince can doggy paddle. Alvin Flang can doggy paddle. He jumps into the pool to save her. And now, this line that this voiceover guy says is worth the price of admission for this film, in my opinion. I literally laughed till I couldn't breathe. He swims over to her, turns around, and the guy delivers this line.
All right, grab on, you pizza face cinder block.
To the love of his life! In the story of this film, that is the woman he is marrying. All right, grab on, you pizza-faced cinder block. It's the meanest thing.
You have to imagine while the guy and the girl, like the actor and actress, while they're sitting there at this premiere watching this.
They weren't involved with the voiceover. They're sitting there in the theater, and this moment happens, and the guy, the dog, it's a face cinder block. It's so mean. It's so mean for no reason. That's my favorite thing ever. Holy shit.
All right, grab on, you pizza face cinder block.
So he saves her from the pool. He says something about he must die first and then he can be reborn. And I'm like, wait. And then I guess this does play into your reincarnation idea.
I can be reborn.
Reborn.
Lisa. I must die first.
I love the insane logic here. He's like, I have to choose to become a dog so she can, so
yeah. But that's not really what he does. I guess that is kind of what they're going for.
Yeah. So, but he goes to the pool thing, and the pawn's like, "What are you doing?"
Every relationship has a problem. Work it out. It's the only way.
I don't want to see this. I don't want to hear this. What am I doing? How stupid am I? I love her. I really do. I love her.
He's like, "Oh, you're right. I shouldn't have done that." And then he runs back.
Yeah. Literally, he leaves. He goes running down the street. And again, this is a dramatic moment. And during that, the voiceover guy is going,
running down the street away from my troubles. Gotta get out of this place.
It's like he's just singing a stupid song. And then, he just decides, never mind, no, I gotta go back. And then turns around and runs back. And as he's running back, she sees him. She comes out. And they're across the street from each other. And they're running to each other.
And what is a dog's mortal enemy in this world?
Cars.
Cars.
Fucking cars.
I'm back, Lisa. I'm back.
Like we for humans, it's like, guns and maybe venomous snakes.
Yeah.
For dogs, it's cars.
So he runs out and he gets fucking just destroyed by a car. And then she runs over and there's a big sad crying moment where she's crying over the very clearly alive dog who's just sitting there laying on the ground, like breathing and moving, but he's dead. Let's pretend he's dead. So then there's a random scene. So that dog dies. She thinks the dog's dead. And then she has a random scene with her mom, who I assume is dying in bed. And her mom's like, I need you to move on and love somebody else. And she's like, no.
Please, Lisa. Swear to God that you will.
Lisa, say it. Say it for your mother.
No.
And then her mom dies.
Mom, I truly believe he'll come back.
Burn!
And then it says, and then we get a subtitle, years later. And when it said years later, I thought maybe 2 years, 3 years later, a few years later, and then he's going to come back. It's like 50 years later.
Yes.
Come on in. Go in, guys. Go in. Go on.
Grandma, this is great.
You're a grandmother.
She is straight up an old woman now. And she's renting her apartment, and Paula shows up to rent her apartment. Paula shows up with a bunch of kids.
And it's the same apartment, too.
Yeah. It shows up, and she's like, oh my God, Lisa, it's you. And again, the way they made her look old, it was they put some baby powder in her hair. And that's basically all it was. So her and Paula are talking, and Paula has her fucking grandchildren with her. So yeah, they're like in their 70s or something. And they're talking, and so Prince never came back.
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking about it. And then, but somehow now her friend knows the physics of this dead dog man reincarnation thing, because Paula's like, her friend's like,
yes,
well, maybe the dog will come back.
But I learned the truth about
and she also realizes I should have loved Prince as he was, which is as a half dog, half man thing.
I thought that all I wanted was unconditional love. But then I realized I wasn't giving that.
Okay, sure, fine. And then so she goes, maybe he'll come back. And she goes, he'll come back and he'll be my age. And Paula's like, no, honey. If he comes back, he's going to be the age he was when he died.
Prince would be our age if he came back. Oh, no, honey. His age would count from the year that he died and was reborn. No. Yes.
And I'm like, why would you know that? Why is that a thing you know? Anyway, so randomly, he comes back. Prince shows up, walks into her apartment now with the best hair. Just this guy's hair is incredible.
It's all over the place.
So she goes, what took you so long to come back? And I love this. He goes, it's better you don't know.
What took you so long to come back?
Lisa, it's better that you don't know.
What the fuck does that mean?
Yes.
Were you busy like murdering people?
Nope. Vegas, baby.
Yeah, right? And then, so they kiss and he turns into an old man.
Yep.
Just instantly turns into her age. But then they get married as old people and the camera spins around. No music during any of this. Sparkles happen and they're young again. And then the movie ends.
Mm-hmm. My ending of it would have been that she got whatever, it's years later and whatnot. She got whatever job she had. Or even that it's later down the line, but they use the Alvin Flang name because she doesn't know the name.
Yeah.
And so like they bring up that and it's just the movie ends with, so what's your name or what's his name or something? Alvin Flang.
Alvin Flang. Boom.
Credits.
Boom. There's so many ways this movie could have been anything, and it chose to do nothing but just be the wildest, batshit and most insane. It's one of the weirdest movies we've watched, in my opinion. It's up there among the calibers of the Ben and Arthurs of the world in terms of like, what even is this? Like, what is, who, why? Like, it's straight up bonkers. For me, this movie's good, bad. It's not even close.
I still gotta go bad.
Holy shit, you were so wrong.
I couldn't handle some.
Oh my God, I could not disagree more. It's a little long and it's a little like what even like, but there's the voiceover by the dog alone makes the whole movie worth it because it's just every 30 seconds he says something random and hilarious.
Yeah.
To like where it never.
I'll put it this way: I'm not rewatching this movie.
No, I would rewatch it like with some. I would watch it with other people just to watch the moment where he calls her a pizza face cinder block and see people.
Now I will rewatch Ben and Arthur because that is a gloriously amazing movie.
I think this is just as entertaining as Ben and Arthur. To some, it's close. I don't know. I fucking love this movie.
All right, grab on, you pizza face cinder block.
Here's what I want more than anything. I want our fans, and our fan base is not huge, but we have several, 1,000 people out there. I give you this mission. Find the guy who did the voiceover for this movie. We have to interview this guy. It has to happen. And he's not credited. Mm-hmm. I think maybe at some point she realized, but still couldn't get another voiceover, so just used it all. But he is not credited.
Yes.
Whoever did the voiceover. The dog is credited as the dog, like whatever the dog's name is, but he is not. The voiceover guy is not credited, which is unfortunate. But I need to find him. I must know. So, please help us find this man. That's it for the 58th episode of Good Bad or Bad Bad. As always, you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/GBorBB. Links in the thing. But I am moving in about 2 weeks, which would be when our next episode, well, that's when this one comes out. All of this will change.
Yes.
But apparently we got to fucking keep Yoda, because apparently it's a big deal that Yoda's in the background to some people. I guess let's go to cut his head off and mount it on the wall behind us in the new studio. I have a podcast called This Film Is Lit. We're talking about movies that are based on books. This next episode that's out will be it's a viewer's choice episode, so I don't actually know yet. It's one of those 3 books on it's either The Fault in Our Stars, The Perks of Being a Wallflower, or Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. We're doing a teen heartthrob.
Lord.
Yeah.
All of those sound so entertaining.
We're doing a young adult drama before we get into our big project, which we're starting.
Let's go into young. Let's just go Catcher in the Rye. I don't think there's a movie out for it, but
yeah, there probably is.
At least it has prostitution, right?
I bet one of those does. But then we're getting into our big project after that, which I don't know. We haven't announced officially on the podcast yet, but I'll do it here. And if I need to cut it out, I will. We're doing Harry Potter. We're starting Harry Potter, baby. Kyle, go fuck yourself. You're the only person who doesn't like Harry Potter.
I haven't seen a single movie or read a single book.
There you go. That's fine. It was a fucking pivotal part of my childhood. So yeah, we're starting Harry Potter at the end of August or in the end of July. We'll get into Harry Potter, and that will be a huge, big thing. So this film is lit. Check that out. That's it. Until next time, keep watching movies. In my opinion, especially Love on a Leash. For Kyle,
yeah, I guess.
No. I disagree. You pizza face cinder block.